In this video, I want to show you how easy it is to start your first website. Now, if you want to be successful with affiliate marketing, building a website is the easiest path to success. And it's really the main platform that I use to make money online. By far, it's the best approach for beginners. So in this video, we're going to discuss the 3 things that you need to get started building your first affiliate marketing website. So in video 1, I referenced a website as a platform for affiliate marketing. And I did mention that it's really the only platform that I use and that so many other successful affiliate marketers use as well. So in this video and in the next video, we're going to talk about how to set up a website for affiliate marketing and then discuss the type of website that you should be building. Then in video 4, we're going to discuss, what your potential business topic might be. So we haven't missed that. We're going to get that. I just want to go over the nuts and bolts of setting up a website so you can just see how easy it is. Now, in my opinion, a website is really the ultimate foundation for your affiliate marketing business. Again, it's the only platform that I really use, and I really think it's the best place for beginners to start as well. Now, depending on what your topic is, you might want to venture into other platforms later on once your business is established. So you might want to do a Facebook group or even some Facebook ads, or you might want to do some YouTube videos or start an Instagram channel and get some followers. But those can all be done later. Your foundation should really be built on a website. And for most affiliate marketers and most topics, this is really the best place to start. So in this video, we're going to talk about the 3 main components to building a website. So that's a domain name, hosting, and then WordPress. So I'm going to cover these 3 things really quickly, and then I'm going to actually go up and set up a website for you so you can see how easy it truly is. So let's get started, and we'll cover these 3 topics right now. So for this section of the video, we're going to reference the 5-step blueprint. So I'm on chapter 2 here, how to build a website for affiliate marketing. I'm going to scroll down to the 3 main components to building a website: a domain name, a hosting provider, and WordPress. So I'm going to quickly cover these 3 components, but then we're going to actually go out and register a domain, set up a hosting account, and install WordPress, just so you can see how easy it is to do these steps. So firstly, a domain name is basically the address of your website on the internet. So the domain name for this website is affiliatemarketingnetworks.com. And there's other domain names that I'm sure you've heard of: google.com, amazon.com, and so on. Now, what you may not have heard of is what's called a top-level domain, a TLD. And that refers to the 3 letters or the letters that come after the dot. So .com, .net, .org, and so on. So there are several new TLDs like .club, .io, .blog, .me, and so on. So when you go to register a domain, I don't want you to get confused with these new type of extensions that are available. So if you're doing affiliate marketing, I'd recommend that you just stick to the .com extension. You can't go wrong. For most affiliate marketers, this is really the best advice. Now, if you had a local business in Canada, sure, you might want to register the .ca extension. Or if you had a business in the UK, you'd want to get the .co.uk extension. But for most affiliate marketers, just stick with the .com extension. Now, choosing your domain name for affiliate marketing is actually really, really important. You ultimately want a brandable name that relates to your business topic. So you want something that has your main topic or your main keyword in it, but that it's also brandable. So that would be the ideal situation when choosing a domain name. Now, there are several websites that you can go and buy and register your domain name at, and these are called domain name registrars. So one that you're familiar with, I know, would be GoDaddy. They've got tons of commercials. So you can go to GoDaddy, you can sign up with GoDaddy, you create an account, and you can buy and register your domain name at GoDaddy. But there are several others. One that I particularly like is called Namecheap. I find their website a bit easier to use, and I think their prices are slightly better for certain products as well. But there are really dozens of these domain name registrars. There's register.com, there's name.com, there's enom, network solutions, and so on. So eventually you might have accounts at several of these, but I would recommend that you either get started with GoDaddy, or my favorite recommendation would be Namecheap. So that's where you'd go and you'd register and buy your domain name. So these are called domain name registrars, and basically a domain name is going to cost you about $10 per year. So you sign up with these websites and you register and you buy your domain name, and these websites basically keep your domain name registered. You can sign up for 1 year, you can buy 3 years in advance, 5 years, and so on. But that's where basically your domain name, your address on the internet is registered. Now, once you have your domain name, you're going to want to get a hosting provider. So your hosting provider is what keeps your website up and running on the internet. So think of it as your landlord that you pay rent to each month to keep your website up and running. Now, if you go out and do a Google search of the best hosting providers, you're going to get, a list of tons of different companies. There's actually hundreds of different companies that can host your website. But the truth is, some of them are really good, but some of them are really, really bad as well. So what I mean by good is that your website is up and running, it's reliable, it stays up, it doesn't go down, you're not susceptible to any security risks like malware, and you have access to really good support. So basically, when you're setting up a website or you're doing things with your website, sometimes things don't always go perfectly. You might need to reach out to support and ask a question or get something fixed or get help doing something. So web hosting companies that have really good support are really ones that you're going to want to stick with. They can really help you avoid a lot of headaches in the future. So bad website hosting providers are ones who will load your website really slowly. You might be susceptible to malware and other security risks. And then when you do have an issue and you try and get a hold of support, you can't. So I've tried out dozens and dozens of different web hosting companies over so many different websites. And really, I've got to know some of the good ones and some of the really bad ones. So for affiliate marketing, you really want to choose a reliable host for your website. And one that I like to recommend is a company called SiteGround. So if you were to go to this website called whois.com, you can plug in any website and you can get some information about it. So if you were to plug in my website, affiliatemarketingthatworks.com, you can see that's my domain name. And you can see my registrar here is Namecheap. So I use Namecheap, and then my domain is hosted with SiteGround. So I not only use and recommend, or I not only recommend SiteGround, I actually use it for, so many of my affiliate marketing businesses. And the reasons I use it are some of the reasons that I stated above. They are reliable, they're fast, they're secure, and if I need to get a hold of hosting support, I can. And what's great is that SiteGround has a lot of different plans. So you can start small and when you're first starting your website, and as your website grows and your business grows and you get bigger, you can sort of upgrade within SiteGround itself. So they've got some great affordable plans, and then when you need sort of a more robust hosting environment, they can supply that for you. Now, obviously, SiteGround is not the only web host company out there that I recommend and use. WPX Hosting is another one that I would recommend. The only downfall is that they're a bit more expensive to get started with, but you can start at SiteGround, and if you ever needed to switch, WPX Hosting would be one that I would recommend. And I can guarantee you that there are a ton of affiliate marketers who are super successful who use both SiteGround and WPX Hosting. So once you have your hosting set up, the next component and the last component of building your website is using WordPress. So a lot of websites online, they use WordPress. In my opinion, it's the best setup for building an affiliate website. So WordPress is a content management system. So you use it to create and publish your content on the web. So your address on the web is your domain name. Your rent that you pay to get your website live on the internet is your hosting, and then WordPress is what you use to, write your articles or upload videos, upload images. It's where your content is sort of stored. So it's free to use and it allows you to customize your website as your business grows. So another recommendation I would make is that you avoid these cookie cutter website builders. So Wix and GoDaddy has a website builder as well. I would recommend that you just avoid those and stick with WordPress. When you build a website with WordPress, you open yourself up to so many other possibilities. So yes, there are a few things to learn, but then you'll have access to so much more potential with WordPress. If you build a site with a website builder, you don't really learn anything, and you can really only build other sites with that same builder. And so it's not really a great use of your time. So here's some basic info about WordPress. Basically, it's a software and it's free to use and it's open source. So you can download it and you can upload it to your web server. What you really want to do is basically get your web hosting set up, and then you install WordPress through your web hosting. So you never need to go and visit WordPress.org. And there's actually a WordPress.com, and don't go and visit WordPress.com either. I don't want you to get confused. Basically, it's the same thing, but you'll need to host your website with WordPress. So you want to avoid all that. You want to get your domain name picked. You want to get your hosting up, and then you just install WordPress with your hosting provider. So some of the key features of WordPress, it's free. There are so many different features. There's so many ways to customize your website. There's endless design options. It's the best platform for blogging. It's really the most popular platform out there. So another key reason to using WordPress is that as your business grows, you can get help in the future. You might not think of this right now, but down the road, you might want to hire someone to do some graphics or change the look of your website, or you might want to hire someone to do some editing for your website. If you're using WordPress, you have so much more potential to access people who can help you build and grow your business. And the only downside is that you need to learn a few things. But on the flip side, once you learn how to use WordPress, you've instantly made yourself more valuable to many other businesses out there as well. You can basically help other people and other businesses use WordPress as well. So also don't worry about the whole learning curve with WordPress. There are so many different tutorials out there. Every single question about WordPress has been answered somewhere on the web. So it's really, really easy to use. So basically, those are the three components. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually go through the steps, and I'm going to show you exactly how to set up a domain name, get your website hosted, and set up and install WordPress. It's super easy. We talked about it. So let's go ahead and actually go and do it. Okay, so we've covered these three main components: a domain name, a hosting provider, and WordPress. So what I'm going to do now is actually go and set up a website from scratch, so that you can see how easy this really is to do. So for this example, we're going to need to pretend that I've actually gone ahead and I've chosen a topic for my business. So you're going to learn all about that in video number 4. But for this example, I'm just going to assume that I have a topic in mind. So the first thing that I would need to do is to choose and pick and register my domain name. So if you recall from video 1, I shared my first 2 websites that I built. And I want to just go over a quick lesson to highlight some of the mistakes that I made initially with choosing a domain name for those websites. So if you recall, the first website I built was called wealthychoices.com, and there was a dash in the middle. And the second website I built was electric-shaver-guide. So right away, if you're watching this, do not put dashes in your domain name. So if you go to Google, you do any sort of searches, there's tons of websites that are performing well. Many of them, the majority of them, they don't have dashes in their domain name. So just avoid that. Also, if I were to tell anyone, hey, go to electric-shaver-guide.com, I'd really have to say, hey, go to electric-shaver-guide. So it's not brandable. It's just something you should really, really avoid. Now, I don't have any data that says websites that have dashes don't perform as well, but just based on what's out there, what's doing well, many of these websites, they don't have dashes. So avoid dashes in your domain name. Secondly, my first topic was about health supplements, and it was actually about health and wealth. So if you recall, I was had a website about health supplements, but I was also initially involved with a multi-level marketing company. So you would sell supplements, but you would also build a business. So it was health and wealth. So two topics sort of clashing there. You generally don't want to do that, but wealthy choices, when you read that, it doesn't let you know that the website's about supplements or about health. So I don't have the word health in there. I don't have the word supplement in there. So another bad example, that this domain name doesn't even have my topic in the domain name. It's not really relevant for that when you hear that. So that's another sort of no-no. So moving on to this website, let's see if I did a better job with this domain. So this website is called affiliatemarketingthatworks.com. So here's our little checklist. Keyword in domain or topic in domain? Yes, it's affiliate marketing. Is it brandable? Affiliate marketing that works. I think it's kind of catchy. I think it's brandable. I like it. Is it original? So I showed you that website called archive.org. You can go and plug in a domain name here. If, for example, the domain name you're going to choose, it has some history. Maybe 5 years ago, someone started the website, they built it for a little bit and then sort of let it go. Generally, those domains you want to avoid. If it has some history, if it's been used in the past, I would recommend that you avoid that particular domain name. .com, I have the .com. Now, it is 4 words long. Now, one of my best performing affiliate websites, it's actually 4 words long. So I would sort of recommend that you try and stick to a domain name that's shorter. It's a bit more catchy, easier to read, easier to remember. But 4 words certainly still works. I wouldn't push it beyond that. That might be the threshold that I would say. You probably aren't going to go out there and find a whole bunch of successful affiliate websites that are 5 words long. So generally, try and keep your domain name a bit shorter. So let's get to it and let's really put this put these thoughts and this theory into action. So for this example, I'm going to pretend that the topic that I chose for my affiliate marketing business was about blogging. So I want to build a website and teach people how to start a blog. I can recommend products that they need. They need various tools and whatnot. So that would be my topic. And again, in video 4, I'm going to help you sort of get a plan on picking your topic. So we're just jumping ahead here for this example. Now, one other thing I want to point out that I see a lot of people do, and I think it's a mistake, is that they use their personal name as a website. So let's go over that checklist with these 2 different examples I have on the screen. We've got bloggingwithtyler.com, or I can go out and register my website about blogging with the domain name tylerstokes.com. So I see a lot of people do this, but I think it is a mistake. So if we were to refer to that checklist I just went with, domain name, does it have your keyword? So yes, it's about blogging. Is it catchy? Is it memorable? Is it brandable? Blogging with Tyler. Yes, that works. I got the .com and it's short and it's original. Now, if I were to go and build a website about how to blog, teaching people how to blog, what tools to use, but I used the domain name Tyler Stokes, right off the bat, I'm sort of shooting myself in the foot. And I'm not going to get into the whole technical aspect of this, but one sort of explanation is that your website, you're going to want it to rank on search engines like Google. So when Google comes and reads these 2 domains, they'll read bloggingwithtyler.com and then they'll read tylerstokes.com. Right away, Google knows that bloggingwithtyler.com is a website about blogging. When they read tylerstokes.com, they don't right away necessarily know that that website is going to be about how to build a blog or blogging or that topic. So I would recommend that you don't go and register a domain name with your name unless your website is going to be all about you. If it's going to be a topic, please, I advise you to get your topic in the domain name. So blogging with Tyler is a much, much better option than building a website with my actual name, because the topic of the website is not just going to be Tyler Stokes. So I see that a lot. I just wanted to sort of bring that to your attention. So let's go and let's build this website out, this pretend sort of website. So the first step that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to register this domain name. So again, I mentioned that I like Namecheap. You can find a link to Namecheap below this video if you want to go and sign up yourself. So I'm signed into my account right here, I believe. So I'm going to go and find this new name. So what I'm going to do is plug it in, bloggingwithtyler.com, and I'm going to hit search. So right away, Namecheap is going to tell me if this domain name is available. So it is available. The .com is available here. You can see that. And they have a little bit of a discount going on. I believe the retail price is $10.98 per year. And right now I believe they're giving it for $8.88 per year. So I'm going to add that to my cart and I'm going to go and purchase and register this domain. So I'm going to hit add to my cart. And there it is, and I've got some other fees there, and it says that it's $9.06. So I'm going to view cart, and I'm going to check out. Now, when I do this, I might have some personal information that comes on the screen that I might need to block from this video. So I'm going to view the cart, and basically, I've got 1 year. I've got it set to auto renew, meaning that every year it just auto renews and charges me, so I don't have to worry about my domain getting expired and I'm losing it. And I have this WhoisGuard 1 year protection. So that means that when someone goes and looks up this domain name in that website that I showed you earlier, whois.com, they're not going to see that I'm the owner. So that privacy is there. My information is blocked. So that's generally what people do now with domain names. So I like that. And I don't need to add any other upgrades. Many times these websites will try and get you to do some upgrades. I don't need that. I'm going to confirm my order. I'm going to register this domain, bloggingwithtyler.com, and I'm going to do it for 1 year. If I wanted to, I can do it for several years and I would just pay all that money up front, but I don't want to. I want to pay the $9 right here. I'm going to confirm the order and then my payment is going to get here. So again, they review it all. Everything looks good. And I'm going to pay out with PayPal because that's what I have associated with this vendor. So I'm going to check out and I'm going to block the screen here when this is going. Okay, so I've got a confirmation here. It went through successfully. You can see I've got my purchase summary there. I've got bloggingwithtyler.com and it cost me $9.06. So I've gone ahead and registered that. That domain now is in my account. So again, you can sign up with your own Namecheap account. You can find that link below. And that would be a domain name registrar that I would recommend you use. It's very easy to use and the prices are good. So step 2, if you remember, we've got to now get a web hosting provider. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to SiteGround. Again, that's the web host that I recommend. This is the one I use, and I'm going to set up this website with SiteGround. So you can see here on their website, and again, I'll have a link to SiteGround below this video if you want to go and visit, and if you need to initially sign up with SiteGround. And you can see here they've got some different options. So what you're going to want to do is choose the WordPress hosting. So we're going to use WordPress. So we're going to get started with that. And basically they have 3 different options. So managed WordPress hosting. So what you really need to just do is just get a startup plan. It's the cheapest. And as your business grows, as your website gets more and more visitors, you can certainly upgrade to the Grow Big or the Go Geek. And all you need to do is jump on a support call and say, hey, my website's growing, it's bigger now, I need some more advanced hosting, and you can upgrade. So you can see that the special rate for startup, it's $3.95 per month. Now, the regular price is actually $11.95. So all these hosting companies, they initially get you at a low cost, and then once that first year goes, your cost jumps up to their regular price. So you're always going to save money if you sort of buy multiple years in advance. So you can get $3.95 per month for 1 year, or you can get that price every month for 2, 3, 4 years, whatever kind of deal that they have offering to you. And then after that expires, you're going to go to the regular $11.95 a month. So again, that's the price. That's like your rent for hosting and having your website live on the internet. So I'm going to hit this one, get plan. And don't worry about all these different web space. You're generally never going to go over that. If your website visits get above approximately 10,000, then you go and you upgrade to the more robust plan. So no need to worry about that. SiteGround does a great job in telling you that you need to upgrade when you do. So you're going to hit Get Plan. And I'm already registered in my account. So if I were to actually log out here, I'll show you what your particular screen is going to look like if you don't have an account with SiteGround. So if I go to siteground.com and I were to just do that again, I'm not logged in this time. I'm going to hit Get Plan. And this is the screen that you'll probably see if you don't have a SiteGround account. So register a new domain or already have a domain. So what did I just do? I went out and already bought bloggingwithtyler.com. So I already have a domain. So you want to click already have a domain and you type in your domain name, bloggingwithtyler.com. And I'm going to hit proceed. Now, what you're going to need to do if you don't have an account is you just need to set up an account. So you'll have your email and your password and your information there, and then your payment options. And now you can scroll down and you can see what the price is going to be. So if you were to get 12 months of hosting at $3.95, the total is $47.40 US. So that would allow you to host your website for one whole year. It's very cheap at that rate. Now, and in year two, as I mentioned, your price is going to go up to $11.95. So they do have this period option where you can do it for not only 12 months, but you can do it for 24 months at that $3.95, or you can do 36 months at that $3.95. So that's going to cost you $142.20, but your website is going to be hosted for 3 years at the discounted rate. So whatever you sort of choose, you're always going to save money if you initially buy a bigger plan, but you might not want to. You might just want to stick to the 12 months at $3.95. So basically you'd plug in all your information and you'd hit pay now, and you're going to start that hosting account setup. I already have an account, so I'm going to show you that. I'm just going to log into my account here. And I'm going to go through setting up this hosting account in my account that's already established. So get a new hosting account, yes. Enter a domain, register a new domain. So no, I already own the domain. I just bought it, bloggingwithtyler.com. And I want the startup plan initially. The startup plan, the location could be USA, that's fine. And I'm just going to get 12 months to start. I don't need any extra services. Sometimes they offer this SiteGround site scanner. If you want to get some upgrades, you can. I personally don't ever really upgrade with any of these type of products. They've got my information already there, so I'm going to confirm and I'm going to hit pay now. So again, I might need to block some things out to confirm my purchase arrangement. What's going to happen now is I got a prompt that says, thank you for purchasing SiteGround hosting. Your order has been processed successfully. If there's a credit card transaction associated with this, it'll appear on your statement as SG hosting. Okay, so what happens now is I'm going to get an email from SiteGround saying, hey, congratulations on your new hosting account. In that email, they're generally going to give me some information about the hosting account that I need to sort of use to connect my domain name, which is over here at Namecheap, to my hosting account. So this takes, sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes it takes maybe a few hours for them to confirm that your hosting account is set up and send you a confirmation email. So I'm going to stop the video there. And then when I get that email, I'm going to start the video back up and show you how to connect your domain name to the hosting, get it up and live and running, and then set up WordPress. So I'm going to pause the video here and go ahead and do that. Now, one other quick note is that if you were to go to bloggingwithtyler.com, this is what you'd see at the moment. So the domain name is registered at Namecheap, but I have not connected my domain name to my hosting that I just purchased. I need to wait for the hosting just to get prompt and get set up. So it may take, a couple hours for them to send me an email. Once they do, I'll show you exactly how to connect this domain, bloggingwithtyler.com, to that hosting package that I just bought. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll jump back in once that email is sent to me. Okay, so I just received this confirmation email from SiteGround almost right away. So your new account is live. Dear Tyler Stokes, set up your website. So they offer this launch wizard, which can help you sort of go through the process of setting up the website. So I don't normally use that just because I've set up these websites so many times. But one thing that you do need to locate here in this email, and if it's not in this email, if it's not in your welcome email, then it'll be in a message within your SiteGround dashboard somewhere. And again, if you can't find this information, you can always jump on support on a live chat and ask them. But they're going to give this thing called the DNS setting. So basically, these are called name servers, and this is what connects your domain that you purchased at the registrar. So we purchased at Namecheap, bloggingwithtyler.com, and these name servers connect the domain with your hosting. So it's very easy. Basically, we just want to copy these. So we've got NS1 and then a whole bunch of letters and numbers, and then NS2 and a whole bunch of letters. So I'm just going to copy that, and what we need to do now is head over to Namecheap and plug in these name servers into Namecheap, into the domain that we purchased. So you can do that directly from your purchase summary here. We've got the domain registration, blogging with Tyler, and we want to click manage. So if you don't have this screen, then within your Namecheap account, you can manage your domains. There should be an option for that, or you can just search this domain, blogging with Tyler. So I've done that here. I've my domain list, I've gone blogging, and here it is, blogging with Tyler. So I'm going to manage this domain. So you click manage, and we're going to want to find the DNS setting. So normally they're right here on this screen, and basically here you can see some information about the domain blogging with Tyler. We've got the WhoIsGuard protection on, so that keeps your privacy. It keeps it private from people, so they're not going to know that I own this domain if they look it up. And some auto renew settings are there just so in the next year this will get charged to me and I don't have to worry about losing the domain. So you want to go down to name servers, and right away they've got the Namecheap basic DNS on. So you want to go to custom. So you click custom, and now we want to plug in the name servers that SiteGround sent us in that welcome email. So we've got the one there, and we plug that in, and then we've got the second one there. So you just copy and paste that, and you just want to make sure that those are correct. So we've got NS1 giow26.siteground.us, and then NS2, the same thing. And if you jump back to your email, you can see they are right there. And now I'm going to update this. So we've added that, and we're going to want to hit save. And that just takes a second to save. So now my name servers on my domain name at Namecheap have been updated with my hosting information. Now, generally, this takes a little bit of time. Sometimes this takes a couple hours, or sometimes they say 24 hours. It's usually never that long. But if you were to go and set up the website instantly over at SiteGround and hit load and refresh the website, it might not propagate, it might not load properly until, Namecheap has sort of worked on the back end of this. So this is again when I would pause this video, wait a little bit for those name servers to get updated, and then we'll go back and install WordPress and set up the site fully into SiteGround. Again, this sometimes takes 30 minutes, sometimes it takes a couple hours. But if we do head over to SiteGround, you can set up the website, or you can start to initially set it up. So at SiteGround, you're going to go into My Accounts, and I have several of these accounts set up, and I'm going to highlight the Blogging with Tyler. So that's the new account that we just purchased, and I'm going to click Manage Account. If you're new, you can start with the Launch Setup Wizard, and they can help you set this up. It's very easy. You hit Manage Account, and you're going to run through a little bit of a setup sort of wizard. So this is start a new website, and basically please choose software to install. So right here, this is where you can install WordPress. You don't need to go to wordpress.org, wordpress.com, download, upload anything. You just install it right here. So you want to install WordPress, and here you can create some information that will allow you to log into WordPress on your website. So my admin email, username, password, and retype password. So I'm going to block this and I'm going to just plug in some information right here. So I've plugged in that information and I'm going to hit confirm. Enhance your account. Again, you don't need to do any enhancing. I personally don't. If you want that added security, you can. I personally don't normally do any added security accounts as they come in. So we'll hit confirm. So I confirm that I read and agreed to everything with SiteGround, and you basically complete the setup. So I've asked them to install WordPress on my account, on this particular web hosting account. So complete setup. Okay, so basically I got a prompt here. It said, set up your new startup hosting account. Your hosting account is ready to use. So I'm gonna hit proceed to customer area. Now remember, when you change those name servers, sometimes that takes a while. You can set this up, but perhaps when you do it, your site won't be loading or it won't be ready. And that's just because those name servers have not kicked in. Again, it can take a few hours sometime. So I'm gonna hit proceed to customer area. Okay, so basically that is now set up. So my WordPress is set up. If I go to my accounts and I go to blogging with Tyler and I hit manage account, you can see that this website is set up with WordPress right now. So if I were to go to this account, I have a feeling that it won't be loaded right now just because I don't think the name servers will be refreshed. So let's go and see. If it's not, then I'll pause the video and wait a little bit and come back when it has totally refreshed. So we'll hit blogging with Tyler. And right, so Namecheap has not quite updated everything yet. So what you just need to do is just wait a little bit. Wait 20 minutes, wait half hour, maybe wait an hour and come back and see if when you refresh the website that the name servers have kicked in and the hosting is all ready to go. Okay, so we're back. It's been a few hours actually. I went out and ran some errands. But usually when you come back and you do the steps we've done, sometimes it's 20 minutes, sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's half hour or a couple hours. So I'm not sure the exact time when this worked, but it's been a few hours and we're back now. And if I go and refresh this page now, you'll see that my website loads. So my blog, WordPress blog. So basically WordPress has been successfully installed and the name servers at Namecheap have been updated. So my domain name is now connected to my hosting account. So basically what you will want to do is go into your SiteGround account. So you go into your account, your dashboard, and here I'm looking at manage account bloggingwithtyler.com. So that's exactly what we just set up. And earlier when we went to the website, it wasn't loading. Obviously now if we open it in a new tab, here we have the website loading now. So we're live on the internet. And what you will want to do is go to the admin panel. So if we open this in a new tab, you'll see that this is where you log in to the dashboard of WordPress. So you want to plug in your username and your password that you set up in the previous steps when you were sort of registering the account and you were setting up WordPress at SiteGround. So I'll plug in my username here and my password. And log in. So now I'm logged in to basically the back end of WordPress. So this is where you go and set up your pages, your posts, you upload images and so forth. So we're not going to get into this WordPress tutorial right now, but you can just see how easy that was to head over to Namecheap, buy a domain, register your domain, go to SiteGround, purchase hosting, and then basically just connect the two and wait for a little bit till it all propagates and log into the dashboard. So now you're at WordPress, you can go visit your site, and now we're live on the internet, bloggingwithtyler.com, this sort of sample website that we just built. So there I just wanted to show you how easy it is to set up your website. This is the way I set up all my affiliate marketing websites, and it's the way that I suggest that you do it as well. Now, the only difference is that if you don't choose SiteGround, then when you install WordPress, the setup and the whole process might be slightly different. But for the most part, choose a good host. Again, I recommend SiteGround. And if you run into any problems, you can just contact the support team at the hosting provider that you're working with, and they will be able to help you install WordPress. So there you have it. And that is how to set up the website. It's very easy. So moving back to the report here, you can see that websites are not going anywhere. So in this video, we talked about the three main components of setting up a website, and I set one up very quickly. In the next video, I'm going to tell you exactly what type of website that you should be building. So what you should have on it and who your visitors are going to be and so on. But if you think about it, the foundation for so many successful affiliate marketing businesses is a website. And where do people actually buy things online? They shop from websites, and all legitimate businesses, they have a website and they aren't going anywhere. So the internet, it's made up of websites. Thousands of businesses rely on affiliate marketers like me and you who operate their own website. So this is really where you need to be. Now, yes, there are other powerful platforms out there, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, but websites work for affiliate marketing and they are not going anywhere. By far, it's the best starting point for all beginners, in my opinion, and even experienced marketers like me and many others. We continue to build affiliate marketing businesses with just websites. So you need to build one. So I hope this video was useful. I hope you saw how easy it is. One point I'd like to make, if you're running into any problems or you maybe need some help choosing a domain name or you have other questions, we do have a private Facebook group available for people who are watching this free mini course. So further down, you can jump over to our Facebook group and we can interact there. If you want to share a domain name that you're not sure of and you'd like some help, you can certainly talk to me through our Facebook group. So that's it for this video, video number 2. In the next one, we're going to tell you exactly what type of website you need to build. So you know how to set one up now. It's super easy. Now I want to tell you exactly what you need to put on that website to be successful with affiliate marketing. So we'll see you in the next video.